What the hell is up, you guys? My name is Jamie Logan, and today we are giving out free vegan tacos on the beach to talk about a very important issue. The issue with fish, folks. How would you respond to somebody that says fish don't feel pain?
Are you dumb?
Come and have some free vegan tacos.
To totally shoot down the idea of eating meat would be disrespectful to a lot of people's cultures.
So good. What did you think about it?
Respect fish.
2.7 trillion fish are killed every single year, and that doesn't even include the bycatch, all the issues with it, the bottom trawling. It's a problem, so we're gonna get into it. All right, where's my next victim? Sir, do you wanna talk to me about the problem with fish? All right, sir, I saw you from across the park, sitting on this park bench, contemplating your life. You see what's going on over here. What do you think about it?
It's a good marketing ploy.
We're just asking people what they thought about the fishless tacos.
Yeah, I think it's great. Yes. If you didn't tell me that, I would have believed if this were actual fish. Yes.
That's pretty good if you ask me.
I am Jeremiah, the King of the Sea.
Wow, well, I love the look you have going on.
Thank you. I grew a pair of legs just for today. It took me a couple days to
Yeah.
plant the seed, but they kind of work.
Okay, and is this your real hair color?
Absolutely.
Oh, I would die for that. So tell me, what exactly is going on in the oceans out there? It's rough.
You know what? It is rough, to say the least. We're not even gonna go into the major, island of trash and plastic that is we're not even gonna go there right now. But it's just tragic what's happening to our fishes. And I feel a lot of people, they don't think about fish being sentient beings, and they really are. Anyone that has seen The Octopus Teacher can tell you.
For me, in regards to the ocean and fish, it's been over 20 years since I've even had raw sushi.
I knew I liked him. What do you think it is about fish that maybe some people find it hard to relate to?
Because they don't necessarily cuddle, they don't have arms that you can kind of put around you like a cat or dog. They're not necessarily gonna sit on your lap and snuggle. We like the ones that validate our egos and give us attention, and that's why we love these beings that we can have on our laps or carry or cuddle with.
Human beings are just so freaking selfish, right? I mean,
We don't know why we're here on this planet, but we know if we're superior to other beings, then at least we know our place in a hierarchy because we're very hierarchical. We like to dominate so that we can feel better about ourselves. That's my theory. I'm a psychotherapist, emphasis on psycho.
so what we do know about animals is they think,
Right.
they feel pain, they have the ability to suffer, and that if we could avoid causing harm to them, we should.
Right.
That's like the basis of veganism. What do you think about that?
Yeah. I totally agree with that. At what line do you draw where you define like a consciousness or the ability to think or the ability to perceive pain? Because like a lot of animals, even if they're considered animals, a lot of them don't have extremely complex neurological systems to sense pain on the level that we might think we do or they do.
So I think at any level, human beings are always going to cause harm, whether we
I can agree with that.
whether we, try our hardest not to. We are living here, we are existing. I am probably stepping on some cells or microbiomes or atoms right now that who knows what level of consciousness they have. What I do know is that when we look at animal agriculture, this is a system that's breeding over 80 billion animals into existence to literally kill them. It's intentional harm versus unintentional harm.
Okay.
And that's where veganism comes from. So where I can avoid causing harm, I will try. I try to look at it in terms of, animals that have a heartbeat, that had a mother, that if I can avoid leaving them alone, then I will. And by going plant-based, that's certainly a step in the right direction. Okay. So what's going on back home?
Back home, we're having some challenging times. There's a lot of chemical spills. There's been a lot of overfishing, and we'd like to send a message to just give the ocean a break. Let the ocean regenerate and live its natural cycle.
And how are you doing that out here today?
Well, we're serving some delicious fish tacos that are not composed of actual fish. They're just as satisfying and just as nutritious, more so than the seafood alternative of the past. And we're going to make seafood a thing of the past.
What's it like being on land?
Everything is a lot different. I'm really thirsty. I'm getting really dried up.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not good.
I won't lie, if I'm in an area where there's an abundance of good fish and I'm on the ocean side up in Maine, maybe I might eat a lobster, because it's fresh, coming right out of there, all I'll have one, but that's to the extent. I won't buy it here in the shop.
So we can only kill them some of the time.
You know, I don't think you need to deprive yourself of certain things.
I think when we look at this issue with fish in terms of a social justice issue, in terms of individuals being taken out of the waters, having their lives taken from them for a sandwich, for a taco, it's hard to say that 90% of the time if we don't hurt them, then that's okay, and that 10% of the time we can pick and choose. But if we can see that there's so many amazing plant-based options that satisfy that craving, that you realize, oh wait, I don't actually have to sacrifice anything.
Right.
I know, I agree. Like I'm the same way. Like I try to stay away from SeaWorld, zoos, and horse races. Yeah.
Why?
Oh well, because they're raised in captivity, and that pretty much drives them insane. That's the deal with zoos and horses. Yeah.
What about factory farmed animals that are kept in cages their whole entire lives?
Yeah. What that does, however, it brings us into different debates. It allows food to be produced in mass, which there's no argument against that. So what that does is it ensures people in society don't starve.
I do actually believe there is an argument against that, because we could produce more food on a plant-based diet and feed more people than what we're doing now. So right now, we have over 80 billion farm animals that never miss a meal. If we just instead took the land that we're using to grow animal crops and turned it towards plant-based farming, we could feed the world 10 times over with the resources that we have now.
Okay, so I see what you're saying. So there's a couple things. So first of all, grass. A lot of humans can't eat that, whereas a lot of farm animals, such as cows and horses, can.
What crop are most farm animals eating?
Not sure.
Soy.
Soy. Okay. I'm not debating that.
Why are some people so obsessed with dolphins and whales, and they eat other fish?
Yeah, or they go diving and see all these beautiful fish and then eat them. That's also. I believe that we have certain things that pass through our filter, and then the rest that are commonly done. It's a common thing to love dolphins, and they're so cute, and they do these nice tricks in our aquarium prisons, and yet everyone else eats fish, so we don't have to question our own morality when the group is doing it. We don't stand out with our individuality when, if other people are doing it, it's okay. So in terms of cognitive dissonance, when it's something that's fun and playful and cute, then we gravitate towards it. When it's something that the whole masses are doing, we don't question it. We just do it because that's what we've always done. And when people say to me, well, that's my tradition, that's what I've always done, I was like, you grew up wearing diapers. Don't see you still wearing any. So I think you can move beyond what you're used to doing.
That is a great point. I mean, listen, if you're still in diapers, good luck to you, I guess.
Yeah, I hope that might be a fetish, but we can move beyond that.
So yeah, we need to stand up for the fish right now. They need our voice, and it's hard under there with the underwater, and also our fish friends who are being forced breeding on breeding farms, and not only for the fish, but for the planet and also your health. It's just the germs and disgust. Not only do you guys smell like fish, but you smell like dirty fish.
You actually smell like a yeast infection.
Literally. We don't have to worry about that.
There's nothing fishy going on here.
It's going to be very hard to convince the world to stop. Just trying to convince them to eat less of it. Even just look at meat and beef and all that, and chicken. I don't eat very much chicken. I'd rather just eat beans.
There you go. There you go.
The truth is, beans are pretty a magical, legume, we'll say.
How would you respond to somebody that says fish don't feel pain?
Are you dumb?
I'm pinching you right now. You feel this, don't you?
Of course, and you can automatically see it when they come out of the water and they're squirming to go back in. If they didn't feel pain, it would be fine. They have the desperation to live. It's not humane to take anything out that's suffering of course they feel pain.
We have to look at the victim's perspective. So fish, similar to any other animal, whether it's our dogs, whether it's our cats, whether it's us as humans, they feel pain.
For sure, no doubt about that. And once again, and that's a pretty hard concept for a lot of people to understand, because they're not killing their own food, right? I think if you're a true hunter and you do go out and hunt your food and you hunt one piece, I kind of understand it.
Here's the thing, if we can thrive and survive without causing harm to other beings. Why wouldn't we?
Much agreed. Much agreed. You know, I mean, now we get into, I think, accessibility of food and things like this too. You know.
But let's talk about with you and me.
Yeah, you know, I mean, for me, personally, yes, you know, you have to. I try not to eat too much of all that stuff. So, yeah, I feel a little guilty in the, you know, in the whole massacre of it all. There's no doubt, and.
But you don't need to feel guilty because you can say from this point forward, I'm not going to be the reason why they're suffering. You just don't have to buy those products.
You have to buy those products, and you're absolutely right.
I know it can easily be supplemented as like that meats do provide like vitamin B12, and that is something that's deficient in a lot of people who lack meat in their diet.
So where do the cows get the B12 from?
Not quite sure.
It's from a supplement. Because what happened was B12 originally used to come from bacteria in the soil. But because our farming practices and systems have changed so much over time, you're not actually getting as much B12 as you would from the dirt. So the cows actually have to be supplemented with B12. So I just tell people go directly to the supplement as opposed to getting it through a cow.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, no, I wasn't debating against that. I'm just saying that's something to like keep in mind when you're like switching over to a vegan diet.
What broke my heart is when I was little and I realized that lobsters scream when they're being like killed and boiled, and I'm like, oh my God, we're literally the giant in the sky from like the Golden Goose story about like we're terrified of what happens if we get caught. And I'm like, oh my God, we are perpetuating that evil ass fairy tale, excuse my language, but it's true. It's like, oh my God, we're those people.
And fish actually have no protection guaranteed for them. Fish are taken out by the trillions every single year. They are plopped onto decks. They are forced to suffocate to death and die these horrific deaths, sometimes even being cut open alive. These muscles?
Legs.
These big legs, these juicy thighs. When I came to land, they just started growing and I was really confused, I guess. I'm gonna go get a fish taco. Okay, ready? The ultimate taste test. So flavorful, flaky, satisfies any fish taco craving you could ever have. I'm speechless. What did you think about it?
Try some alternatives, you know, try to eat less of it, you know, replace it with some veggies and you'll see what happens.
Definitely eat none of it.
Don't eat any of it.
If you want some fish tacos, they're vegan and they're amazing.
We're gonna try them.
Let's go get them.
That's why we're here.
Amazing. Respect the ocean. Respect the planet. Respect fish. What an amazing day today has been. We just shoved fishless tacos down people's throats in Santa Barbara, and we also spoke to them about the world's most oppressed animals, fish. Guys, remember, there are so many amazing plant-based products that you can eat instead that don't cause suffering to animals, and you'll feel better, and I'm so glad we were out here today. Until next time, guys. Bye!